All right, what's going on, guys? This is the Out of the Park podcast. I'm Josh. I'm here with my teammate Landyn. You want to kind of give yourself a little introduction?
Yeah, so I'm Landyn Shaw. I'm from Syracuse, New York. Play baseball here at school with Josh. Very excited to be on your podcast.
I'm excited for this. So how long have you been playing baseball?
Ever since I can remember, probably same as everyone. So T-ball age, like 5, whatever. So yeah.
So did you start off as like really enjoying pitching, or did it kind of just as you got older you were just like, oh, I'm better at this than hitting?
So I love pitching ever since, whenever you start kid pitch, that age, I love pitching. I always liked the thought of, being in control and the game kind of flows in the way I want to, and I'm in control of that. But I also hated hitting. Like, I despised it.
Is it because you sucked at it, though?
I was, well, I'm not going to say I was bad at it. I'm not going to say I was bad at it.
What do you think your average was, though?
I want to say over 300, but
Come on. Don't lie to me.
I was close. I was close.
Close to 300?
Close to 300.
And you stopped hitting?
Yeah, because I didn't like it. I didn't like how, it was based around failure. How 3 out of 10 times, you're considered a great. You get into the Hall of Fame. So I didn't like that. I'd rather be, what's the stat? The 97% chance of a pitcher winning an at-bat. I like that. And so that was just my main thing. And hitting, I could never really understand it. Like, one day I'm swinging great and it's all going good. I go 2 for 3, have a good game, and then the next day I'm 0 for 3 strikeouts. I didn't like that.
So do you think if you say you picked up a bat now and you played a full college season, what do you think your batting average would be?
Definitely. I don't even think I'd get to 200.
Do you think you would at least get so say you get 10 at-bats, how many hits are you getting?
I'd say 1. I'd say I get 1.
Like a single?
Yeah.
Like a blue single? Or is it
I didn't hit for power. I was a big opposite field single guy, up the middle.
So it's going to be a little bloop single?
Yeah. Yeah, it's nothing crazy. Nothing hit hard. Nothing crazy.
1 hit?
I never hit a home run in my life.
Really?
Never. Not even in Little League when the fences were 250.
Not even inside the park?
I did hit it inside the park.
Or
I hit
a Little League
a
home
couple
run?
inside the park. Yeah. A couple inside the park, but that's it. I had nothing
Really?
Nothing out.
So you're more of just a little weak contact type of guy?
Yeah, dude.
Were you fast?
No. I was a big chunkster when I was younger. I wasn't fast at all. Dude, I don't even know how I got those inside the park home runs. I was I was out of breath after running those. But yeah, no, I wasn't a crazy hitter. Just literally, I'd get in there if a guy needed to be moved over a base or I needed to get a little RBI, I could do that.
So would you ever want to get back into hitting, or you just...
No, I love pitching too much, and I just want to focus everything I have on pitching. So,
what's kind of your goals within the next couple of years before you graduate?
I definitely want to get my velocity up. That's a big thing for me. For years now. So definitely getting my velocity up, and then also, start working on the changeup a little bit more. In high school, you don't really realize how important the changeup is, especially being a left-handed pitcher. But now, being a sophomore in college after playing a season, the changeup is a big pitch, especially for a left-handed pitcher. When I have curveball slider that's going into a right-handed hitter's bat, majority of the hitters are right-handed. So yeah, definitely the changeup as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think in high school I spammed 75% curveballs.
Yeah.
I didn't have to throw anything else. I threw, I think it was fastball, curveball. I think I pretty much only threw fastball, curveball, maybe a changeup every once in a while. But then when I got to college, I started throwing a lot. I knew how to throw pitches, I just never really used them that much. Yeah. Then when I got to college, I started using them a lot more, and especially over the summer, I used my changeup a lot more than the majority of my pitches. So it's definitely a big part of getting people out in college.
Yeah, it's a pitch you take for granted because that's like the second pitch you learn. At least for me, it was.
Mm-hmm.
And my stepdad taught me how to throw a changeup before curveball, slider, any of that stuff.
Really?
And as a kid in Little League, when you learn that changeup, you think, "Oh, this is the coolest pitch ever." And then you learn curveball, slider, and you're like, "It's a terrible." I love the movement on the curveball and slider. So then it's kind of taken for granted.
Mm-hmm. Is there any like specific, either like past or present MLB pitchers that you kind of model your game after?
Definitely Clayton Kershaw for sure. He had an amazing career. Obviously, he's coming to an end here, but I liked watching him, his mechanics, and just like he wasn't a big power guy.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't like blow people away with the fastball, but he was kind of like that crafty lefty, just mixing it up and getting guys out.
Yeah. Did you ever do his motion of pitching?
Now, I would try it during warm-ups, but I don't think I could ever do that. My mechanics have been the same since Little League.
Really?
I haven't really changed anything.
See, I feel like I change my mechanics pretty often. I think all the way up through like sophomore year of high school, I was like my mechanics were pretty much mimicked after his.
Really?
Like I did the little pause and everything like that, and everything started working. But then I kind of switched over like mechanics and watching different pitchers, and then I kind of got into more of a rhythm and throwing harder when I didn't do all of that. Mm-hmm. Now, if I would have worked on it, I wonder. I think I did try it last year a little bit, and my velo was about the same, and it felt comfortable because I'd done it so long in my life. But I just like my mechanics now, and it's easier to work with those rather than try to like base it off of how he throws. Because I'm not gonna throw exactly like him. Like this guy's a Hall of Famer, exactly. So that's why I kind of got away from mimicking pitchers as I got older and kind of gained more knowledge on pitching. Yeah. So, but yeah, I will agree. I feel like every left-handed pitcher starts by watching Kershaw at some point. Mm-hmm. For sure. It's like the GOAT of left-handed pitchers. Because I'm not 6'9" like Randy Johnson or however tall he is, so you can't really watch him. I mean, Kershaw's he's a decently tall dude. Yeah.
Or if you ever see that that one clip of him, like they're celebrating and he's got his shirt off and you're just like, wow.
Bro's got a dad bod.
You don't think a major league pitcher to look like that, but they do. So
I think the majority of them low-key do.
Yeah. I mean, there is some like big ones like I just like one that comes to mind, Jack Flaherty. Mm-hmm. He's ripped. But yeah, I mean a lot of pitchers do, like you don't expect it, but they do.
Yeah, like I think the majority of pitchers have like the dad bod type things. Mm-hmm. Like you see some of the fielders, like they're pretty jacked. Like guys like Puig and all them, like obviously they're going to be jacked. But then you look at Kershaw. I mean, Bowers definitely doesn't have the most fit body. Bartolo, like they all kind of, it seems like they live their lifestyles more, like eat better than position players. Yes. Because they're more flexible with like dieting and stuff like that.
And that's like, you kind of have to be like that as a pitcher, like especially with the whole just being athletic. Mm-hmm. Obviously, hitters, position players, they gotta be athletic too. But with pitchers, like the way you're throwing, the amount you're throwing, and just how your mechanics go, you can't like be too big to the point where like you're immobile and like you're stiff everywhere. Like you can't be like that.
Yeah, and that's why we've been working on mobility and everything.
Exactly.
How did you enjoy the core today?
It was definitely something else. That whole thing is. I enjoy it, and I'm here for whatever's gonna make me better as a baseball player.
Yeah, I mean that's like I already told you earlier. It's only a small sliver of the core that we have to do. So that was just you're getting your feet wet a little bit. Then once we start building up, then you're really gonna get into the whole routine, and you're gonna hate your core the majority of the time. Yeah. But I think like as you progress through it, it kind of gets a little bit easier. But then you also start noticing that it definitely helps when you're pitching. Mm-hmm. Just like with everything that we're starting to do is like lifting and mobility and throwing and everything. Like I would hope to see some results at some point.
Yeah, me too.
But like outside of velocity, what are some of your other goals?
Other goals. Well, for sure, I want to be a conference starter. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously that's a lot of people's goals. But you know, I really want to get to that point. And, you know, a lot of people say, they'll be like, oh, you know, like everyone wants that. But then like when you actually get to that point, it's about how you perform when you're there. And like, obviously you got to work your butt off to get to that point. But how are you going to perform when you get there? And I've always been very kind of like able to control my emotions and be kind of content in moments like that. So, you know, I'm really excited. I think there's a shot, and you know, I'm gonna work really hard this offseason to get that, and you know, hopefully I get there.
Yeah, no, I mean that's a great goal. I know my freshman year I started, like there was a couple games that were good, but like my ERA was terrible my freshman year, and I think I started halfway through the season. So like, did I crack under pressure? Maybe. Like it definitely does get a little more, like that first time out there you kind of have a little more nerves, everything like that, because that could be your only opportunity. But then like the more you pitch and everything like that, you kind of it's just like another day.
Yeah.
Like I've pitched in conference every year since I got here, and you kind of just get used to it and treat it as like a normal game.
Yeah.
Like it's like playing one of the midweek teams that aren't that good. Other than most of the teams we play on the weekends are very good.
Yeah. I like starting the midweek games last year. Like, I remember that first one, obviously, like, it's my first collegiate start. So I was just, obviously there's already nerves built up off of that. But, you know, you just got to remind yourself that, you know, you got to believe in yourself. That's a big thing is not being cocky, but you got to be confident in what you do. And you got to believe that you're going to get that guy out.
Yeah.
Because especially when you're pitching, it's not going to go well if you're being negative toward yourself and you're just not confident in what you're doing. So that's definitely a big thing.
I think low-key being cocky might be the move.
I
think as long as you're not like disrespectful to your teammates, but I think like if you have that edge where you're like all about yourself when you're pitching, I think that kind of elevates you above someone that's like a little unsure.
I think for sure that could help with some people's personalities and just who they are. For me, like, you know, my dad always told me, you know, be confident, not cocky. And so there's a difference. There's some people that like don't get the difference. But I definitely believe there is a difference, and I don't want to be that teammate. It's just not who I am.
Yeah. So do you care about what other people think about you? Like, if they give like they say something, you're like, oh yeah, like you suck at pitching. Like, does that bother you ever or no?
It really doesn't. Honestly, like, if I hear that, you know, honestly, I'll just probably laugh, make a joke back, be like, yeah, I do. You know, you're right, man. But no, I've never really let, you know, that kind of stuff get in my head, you know, because I've just always been an optimistic person. And, you know, obviously reality kicks in every now and then. I mean, you're not going to go out there and have a perfect outing every single time you go.
Yeah.
But, you know, just again, being confident and not really worrying about what other people think.
Yeah, no, that's a great mindset to have. So, like, coming into college, obviously this is your second year. Did you ever feel like, well, I guess it would be just like all throughout your life. Have you ever like had like a moment where you've given into peer pressure?
I mean,
because I know that's like a big thing is like, from what I know about you is like you don't give into peer pressure very often.
Yeah, so, I mean, obviously, the big thing about me is I'm not a drinker, not a smoker. Obviously, nowadays, 2025, that's the big cool thing to do. But, you know, I've never really given into that. I'm surrounded by it. My friends back home, they're all into it, you know. And it's something that's not really a big deal nowadays. Like, it's just kind of like, oh, it's normal.
Yeah.
But, you know, for me, I'm the oldest sibling, so I have a younger brother and a younger sister. And I've always, you know, wanted to be a big, like a good role model for them. And just, you know, kind of staying away from that stuff and, you know, not giving in to peer pressure and just saying, like, no, like I'm totally fine being around. Like, I have no problem. Like, that's them. I have nothing against other people doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's their choice. My choice, I don't want to do it, but that's just me.
Is there any like specific reasoning, or is it just like you don't see the point in it, or what?
It's kind of like that. Kind of I don't see the point in it, but
Mm-hmm.
then going back to being a good role model for my younger siblings, but then also like just being the responsible, reliable one. Like not like I've not that I've felt like the pressure to be like that, but
Mm-hmm.
I've always just kind of wanted to be like that. Like going back to the whole baseball thing where I like pitching because I'm in control.
Yeah.
I like being in control at all times, whether on or off the baseball field. And so just it's never really been like a big deal to me, and I was just like, I don't want to do it. And I have great friends, they support, they're not peer pressuring me, they're not
Mm-hmm.
going around or doing anything like that. So, I haven't been in a terrible situation where I felt like very, but obviously I've been in situations where it's kind of been like that, and, just shake it off. And, if it hurts their feelings, oh well.
Yeah, for real. Especially if it's not something you want to do, like, what does it matter?
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
people that get mad that others don't, like, drink or smoke or anything like that, like, it's their life.
Yeah.
Like, you can ruin your body, do whatever you want, but at the same time, like, you can't really force it on someone else.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what hobbies do you have outside of baseball?
Outside of baseball, well, this summer I just started collecting baseball cards.
Really?
Obviously, that's a thing, you do as a kid. You go to the store and you want to
Mhm.
get a pack of baseball cards. But this summer I actually started, getting into it, kind of studying it, and, watching guys on YouTube and TikTok that really know what they're talking about, and, what a certain card means, or what a parallel, refractor, all those cool stuff is. So I've really been getting into that. Also, always been a big Lego builder. I love Legos. Ever since I was a kid, my parents always say, "Oh, you're gonna be an architect. You're gonna go into engineering." And I truly thought I was.
Mhm.
And then senior year of high school, I went to a job shadow for engineering because I took all the engineering classes.
Yeah.
And after going to that job shadow, I was like, I do not want to do this. I think I'd be miserable. So, take the business route, and, I don't know for certain what I want to do yet, but hopefully this points me in the right direction.